Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be talking about some secret changes that Rockstar look to be making in order to get prepared for the Gunrunning DLC. So we obviously know that Gunrunning is going to be coming up next, and it looks like Rockstar's been doing some behind-the-scenes changes that I actually believe are pretty interesting, and we're going to be discussing all of them in this video today. So most of this information is coming from FunMW2, so let's start with what he has to say right now. So he starts with, Rockstar have teased the updates themselves. He was responding to someone that was asking if he had found anything interesting. So he says, other than the new icons I've posted, I can confirm new GB missions, and then in parentheses, VIP, CEO, MC work, which should be common sense. Now note, GB is Goon Boss, which is the code name of the system behind VIPs, CEOs, and MC. So if it's a new type is introduced with Gunrunning, then it's a part of Goon Boss. Okay, so that's interesting. It doesn't mean that the Gunrunning stuff is going to be tied to MC or VIP or CEO. It could easily be its own thing, but it's going to be similar to that because it's using the same system as the VIP, CEO, and MC stuff, which is Goon Boss. So keep that in mind that number one, the missions we're going to be getting in Gunrunning are going to be very similar in terms of style and strategy. And number two, as obvious as this should have been, we are getting new styled missions like that. So that is actually pretty cool. Now, touching on to that, he got a question that was, can you confirm if it's another batch of CEO Secure Serve operations, or is it its own thing like the MCs? And he said, the reason I can confirm that is because they have increased the number of VIP, CEO, MC related missions available without providing details to the new one. I'm talking from a technical point of view. In other words, believe the numbers because I don't know anything else about it. So that's pretty cool right there, that the numbers speak for themselves from a technical standpoint. We're going to be getting new types of missions very similar to the VIP, CEO, or MC related stuff. Although he said it kind of was closer to the CEO Secure Serve stuff and less like the MC based off of that response to that question. So is that going to mean that the Gunrunning stuff will be more similar to the CEO stuff rather than the biker stuff where you like own and operate your own drug warehouse, you kind of passively sit back and let it grow? That's pretty cool, and I don't know if you guys will find that good news. It honestly might depend on how you enjoy the biker missions versus how you enjoy the finance and felony or import-export stuff. It'll really just depend on your sort of play style, but I do think that is actually really exciting news. Now, moving on, we have some information about QA Beta. So one of the users said QA Beta and QA Beta 2 both need to update numerous times over a few weeks before an update drops, and that's true. That is typical fashion. Expect Gunrunning on Tuesday, June 6th. Last year, Finance and Felony dropped on Tuesday, June 7th. That's obviously a prediction. FunMW2 chimed in and says, QA Beta 2 is a nightly build. Updated or not doesn't matter because we don't know what's changed. It makes detecting bugs easier, so we only have QA Beta. They tend to spend 2 weeks making sure everything is okay, and not to mention, that's when the certification process starts, where Sony and Microsoft test the new update. They moved to QA Beta on the same day they announced Special Vehicle Circuit, and 2 weeks later, they released the update. So basically, what you can gather from that is, as soon as QA Beta is updated, not QA Beta 2, we can pretty much expect the update will come out within 2 weeks. Now, as recently as an hour ago, QA Beta 2 has received an update. However, the public branch and QA Beta have been locked together since Cunning Stunt Special Vehicle Circuit came out pretty much about a month ago. So there's been no changes there. So at a minimum, it looks as if Gunrunning is at least 2 weeks out, which we all expected. I think it's going to be more of a really late May or an early June release, but that's still good information to note. So as soon as that QA Beta updates, about 2 or 3 weeks later, we should be expecting the DLC to arrive. So that right there is good news. Now, FunMW2 follows up by also stating, by the way, when they moved to QA Beta, they accidentally added 2, I guess, branches. You can see those numbers right there. Gunrunning content, I assumed, but was removed hours later. According to another user, CP, the Depot 271593 contains the main audio files and 271595 the main x64 files. The question is, why did they update the main audio files? They updated 271.595 to introduce the new look for the ammunition interior, but audio files, why would they do that? DLCs have their own audio files packaged with them. FunMW2 believes the answer is cut content, because one of the cut vehicles is the Hunter. I think they did that because the Hunter already has audio files, so maybe improving them or something, and he says that's pure speculation, not confirming the Hunter as an upcoming vehicle. So two things there that are pretty interesting. Number one, Rockstar has pushed out an update that's going to change the look of the ammunition interior. So I believe the last time they did this was with Lowriders Customs Classics. They actually kind of moved where things are. And Rockstar have done this a bunch with the in-game websites. Like they've changed the look of Legendary Motorsports and Benny's whenever a new update comes out to reflect the new vehicles or the new cars. So it looks as if Rockstar is going to be doing the same thing. The ammunition stores are going to be getting a new look, but the audio files are interesting. Is it cut content? And what could it be? Is it the Hunter? Is it cut gun sounds? I really don't know, but it's safe to say that Gunrunning is going to have cut content that is already within the files of the game. And that is pretty awesome. So I'm very, very excited to see what that could be. I know a lot of people are excited for the Hunter and its possibilities being added into the game. So that right there is pretty cool. Now, one thing people might believe that is a new score or like musical track for the update itself. With the big updates, we get like new music that you hear in the background of missions and whatnot. And I'll leave a link to a music file that Rockstar actually teased on their live stream. I don't know if they meant to play it or not, but it's pretty cool. It kind of has like a upbeat techno military march to it, which might be cool for a militia style DLC like Gunrunning. So that right there could be pretty unique. Like I said, I'll leave a link to that in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. Now, last but not least, FunMW2 finally kind of clears up a couple things regarding like the ammunition interior. Says they did it with Lowriders Customs Classics, as I just said. It updated the ammunition. And why would they want to reorganize the ammunition wall? Well, it makes sense to add new weapons with Gunrunning, so that's your answer right there. So if it wasn't obvious enough, it looks like we're going to be getting a bunch of new weapons with Gunrunning, and it's going to completely reorganize the ammunition store wall. And that is super cool. So I think that that's some pretty exciting information right there. And if anything, it just means that Gunrunning looks to be possibly closer than we all think, or Rockstar is just getting really hyped, revved up, and getting it locked and loaded and ready to go. So I'm extremely excited about all the information that FunMW2 talked about, and I'm definitely going to have an eye on QA Beta, and as soon as it updates, I'll be sure to let you guys know, as that kind of lets us know we're in the 2 to 3 week final countdown before this update is set to release. And of course, if there are any new updates, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted and in the loop. But really, that's all the information I have for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. As always, if you did or learned a thing or two, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.